Okay guys, it's Rick. We're here with what's going to be the layout for the controller build. Nothing's on here yet because I wanted to do that with you. So this will be part 2 of my controller build. We're going to lay it out and I'll probably cut in here and there where I start doing some cutout and stuff because it's going to take up quite a bit of time. But I wanted to kind of lay things out with you really quickly. You can see what I did. This ends up measuring, what did I do with the measuring tape? This ends up measuring 1 3/4 and 1 3/4. So what I did is I cut out a square so I can trace it. So when I cut it out, it'll be easier. It's being 1 3/4 or 1 3/4. So this is kind of where I want to put PID. Now, like that, so that'll be there. Notice I'm giving some room because on the inside I'm going to mount this, which I've already kind of worked on that a little bit. Now the other thing I also did is I did the same thing for my on-off switch. This is a 20 amp switch, so I'll have to notch out for this, but this will cover this. I want to put that on the side towards the back, and I'm going to put a on-off light here so I know when I switch it on, power is going to come on here. It'll switch everything else on, but I'll know that, you know, the switch is on by the light that I'm going to put here. So this we'll put on the other side. I want to use the blue for that, and that shall go about there. This is a lighted LED, so when it turns on, the switch itself will light up. That I'm going to put down in this corner down here. This, I want to be able to turn on and off the element even if the PID is calling for power. So I'm going to use this switch to do that, and I'm also going to use this light to indicate so I can see the pulsing of the power to the PID. And I was thinking something like that. Something like that. So it gives me plenty of room if I want to put. I may move this up. Let's move this up a touch. That could be right up in the corner because I got plenty of room because the edges of this. If you notice, I went with a bigger one. This one, yeah, I broke the budget. This was $32. I just didn't like the smaller one. The smaller one definitely would have kept it under $100, but I wanted the room to expand because I know I want to go electric, so this will at least give me a little bit more wiggle room, so to speak. So let's take a look and square these up. Yeah, can I hold it the right way? So I know where they're going to go. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, let me mark it. Take a look. Let's make it an even 2.5 by 2.5. By 2.5. Let's go 2.5 by 2.5. That's one. Now the holes for these, I believe this, because you got to take it all apart, should be 7/8. Which, actually, it's got it on here, millimeters, 22 millimeters. Hee. So, alright. Now that that's marked, let's see where this one is. Won't need this just yet. Why don't we do the same? 2.5. 2.5 by what? 2.5. Let's go with 5. Yike. So I don't know if you can hear my kids in the other room. Craziness. Controlled chaos. Alright, let's move you out of the way for a second. By 5. Oh, look at that. Alright, so let's make this one, because I want it directly above it. This one between. Yeah, that was good, huh? Make a decision. Let's see what is this? Just about 3. So let's go 1.5 inches more. So 5, 6. Nope, no, it's going to be off. Oh, close. So there's that one. This one's 1 3/4. Let's move this over so it's in the middle. So 2.5 is in the middle. Close enough. That one I want to make sure is square. So carefully. Excuse my head. Right there. Now I'm talking to myself. There we go. So this and this. Done and done. Let's see where this is. This one we can put really close to the corner, I think. 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. Alright, let's see. 1.5 inches. Alright. That was off. 1.5 inches. Right there. Should be good. Right? Right. Plenty of room on the inside, see it goes right to the edge. Ta-da! Alright. Let's move this out of the way. Alright, next up. I did buy some of these. I know these are ugly. Got better as I went along, can you tell? This, I was thinking something like that. And I have another one that I was thinking of putting out here. I may switch this. I like that. That's better. That's better. Put this in the middle like that. As you can see, I don't know if you can see them. I already kind of marked where I'm going to have the SSR. Yes, I'm going to have the heatsink inside. But wait for it. Wait for it. Ta-da! Yes, this, my friends, is going to be this way. Now, not sure whether I should have it blowing in or blowing out. Thinking I'm going to have it pull the air out, and I'll drill some holes over here to let airflow come straight across, and we can exhaust the heat out instead of pushing cold air in and trying to push all the heat around. So that will sit there like that. This will sit here I like a soul. Alright, let's move that there. Let's put this. Let's figure out what this is. Where did I put it? So, roughly. Alright, let's take these out. See if I can do this at an angle so you guys can still see. This right here. There we go. Like that. Let's see where the middle is, because I'm going to use a hole saw and I'm going to cut a hole in it, and I got some small screws that are 4 inches by 2 1/4. Inches. This ought to be good. Can I hook it? Yes. And you guys hear me whispering to myself. I do it all the time while I'm working. It's all the little voices in my head. Right there. Okay. So, now then the last thing, let's flip it over and let's take a look-see at where we're going to put this switch, which will be this. Which will end up looking like this. So I think that's going to have to move up a touch. That shouldn't be, it shouldn't interfere with anything here, because that goes that deep. This goes about yay deep. This is 6 inches. The other one was 4 inches. More room. More room is better. Yep, I like how that is going to lay out. Let's grab the square. Why does that not look square? I can't use that. I don't think I can. Oh, I can get it across them both. That looks better. That looks more better. Oh, let's go with 3 inches. Come on. It's probably going to be a long video. Yes, I'm not talking. You guys end up hearing, listen to me talk to myself. I don't know if you can hear the kids in the other room, which I've already said. I'm repeating myself. Alright, let's take a look-see. Let it come out. Yes. Sweet. Do yourself a favor. When you're going to cut stuff out, make yourself a template out of cardboard or something, because it's going to make it a lot easier than trying to trace around what you got going. And usually you can get cardboard sitting around. I used it from an old box. So, alright. First things first, I'm going to pause you for a second, and I'm going to get my drill set up, and we'll start drilling. Hold on. And wrong button. Alright, we're back. I like to pre-drill. If you notice, I put a couple of screws to hold it covered on. So I'm going to pre-drill, small drill, all these holes. This is the point of no return, my friends. All right, now let's get this a little bit cleaned up, and I'll bring you back and we'll start putting some of that. Well, I gotta cut that out. Gotta make some holes for that. I'll just get it all in there. Vacuum up afterwards. Let's see. Let us see. Oops. I'm gonna cut that with a jigsaw. Jiggy. Let's get jiggy with it. A little bit below the line. God, I'm getting it everywhere. Gotta love PVC. Let's set you aside for a second. Hey, look, I'm rich. Whoa. See that? You guys won't be able to see this one. Oh, maybe you will. Let's take that out. We're gonna need that bad boy. Slow and steady. Looky, nice hole. I am covered in this stuff. Jeez. I have to get the shot back. Oi, oi, oi. I'm turning gray. You've got poor circulation. Alright. 7/8. 7/8. Put it back. Lose it. I didn't pre-drill this one, but oh crap! I didn't take that out. Come on, there we go. Yowza. Hey, that's good YouTube stuff right there. Boys, I'm going to clean up a little bit. I'll cut these out, the squares and the rectangles out with a jigsaw, and I'll bring you back. Yeah, that's right, the boy's got mad skills. Check it out. I should file it. Why fire it when you can use more power? That'll work. Beautiful. Okay, that's done. And I've made a mess again. That is amazing. Let me set this up. Bring you back to that. Okay. Round 2. Not going to bore you with watching me file. I'll untape it and file it, and then I'll bring it back in when we're going to start putting components in. Hey guys, thanks for checking out part 2 of the controller build. I had meant to put everything into it as far as assembly, and as you can see, yike! I do get it assembled, but while I was editing it, it ended up being almost an hour long. So in an effort to keep it kind of short, I'm going to cut it here, and I will put part 3. We'll be putting in all the components, not quite wiring it. We'll put in all the components, and then part 4 will probably be start to wire. So thank you, cheers, I'll see you in the next video. Oh, by the way, if you liked what you saw, click on the little, am I pointing the right way? I think it's this way. The little leprechaun down in the corner. Bring you right to my page. Subscribe. You won't miss out on anything. You won't be disappointed. Cheers.